Good morning, kids, and welcome back to a new video. This is teacher Farah Zarq from Oxford Schools, and I hope you're doing super well and you're in such good health. Alright, this is part 4 and the last part of the story, The Goat and the Rug, and we will learn the ending of this great story. Alright, open page 292 in your Common Core Journeys student book. And alright, now let's see what is happening right now. So I see Glen May hanging something. So far we know that Glen May had clipped Geraldine's wool, comb it because she wanted to get the burrs and twigs out of it and clean it. Then she washed it and hung it to dry. Then she spun the wool around the spindle to make it into yarn. Then she made it till here. So it wasn't long before Glen May had finished wrapping. Then she hung the poles with the yarn on a big wooden frame. So this is the big wooden frame. Okay. Here is the yarn. Alright. Again, here's a thread of yarn. Okay, it looked like a picture frame made of logs. So she used logs over here, and Geraldine is saying that it looks like a huge frame, wooden frame made of logs. These are the logs over here. Okay, she called it a loom. So this thingy over here, these logs with yarn, is called a loom. They make the loom to wrap around it and weave the rug. This is the final step of making a rug. So after a whole week of getting ready to weave, Glen May started. What did she start to? She began weaving at the bottom of the loom. Then, one strand of yarn at a time, our rug started growing toward the top. So Navajo weavers start from the bottom, and they start adding one strand of yarn at a time, and they keep adding to it until they get to the top. And this is how the rug is weaved. So one part at a time, one color at a time, one yarn at a time, strand over strand over strand, and it takes a lot of time to weave the rug. So it takes a lot of time to prepare the wool, make it into yarn, spin it, and right now it takes much longer time to weave the rug itself. Now let's move to page 293. So right now our friend Geraldine is leaning over Glen May's shoulder because this shows it takes a lot of time to weave the rug. As you can see, Glen May started from the bottom and she's building it towards the top. A few strands of black, as you can see here, this is black. A few strands of brown, a few strands, a few of brown, a few of red, in and out, back and forth, until in a few days the pattern of our rug was clear to see. So the more she builds yarn on top of each other and she keeps weaving, the more that Geraldine is able to see the pattern. So our rug grew very slowly, just as every Navajo weaver before her had done for hundreds and hundreds of years. Again, Navajo weavers have done this for years. Navajo weavers are Native Americans. They were like one of the first that were in America, and this is their history, this is their culture. So this rug expresses the Navajo culture, expresses this Navajo weaver on her own. So again, this rug expresses it's not just a regular rug. It's not artificially made. There's no machines in here. Everything was done with Glen May's hand, manually. This is what makes it super special. Also, It expresses their culture, and it is made out of wool, not any artificial threads. So it takes hundreds and hundreds of years of weavers to keep this legacy of their to make keep on going with their rugs. So Glen May formed a design that would never be duplicated. Why do you think that this design would never be duplicated? Again, this rug expresses the culture. It is so special. It takes a lot of time, a lot of steps. Not everyone is willing to do. Also, it has been hundreds and hundreds of years. So it is a tradition that is inherited with among the Navajo people. So this rug and this weaving the rugs thingy is related mostly to Navajo people. This is what makes them super special. It distinguishes them. Sorry. So repeating here again, repeating the words in and out, back and forth, give the feeling of the back and forth motion, and again in and out weaving process. So the author is repeating these words over and over because they want you to feel the process of weaving this rug. All right, page 294. Look at what Geraldine is doing. She's in the back of the rug, checking it out back and forth. Again, do you see the pattern over here? Then at last, the weaving was finished at last, but not until I checked it quite thoroughly. In front and in back. Did I let Glen May take our rug off of the loom? Okay. There was a lot of me in that rug. Why? Because that rug was made of Geraldine's wool. I wanted it to be perfect, and it was, because Navajo weavers are so talented and professional. Since then, my wool has grown almost long enough for Glen May and me to make another rug. I hope we do very soon, because you see, there aren't too many weavers like Glen May left among the Navajos. Unfortunately, these talented weavers stopped inheriting that tradition, and there aren't a lot of weavers left among the Navajos, unfortunately. Alright, why do you think the Navajo rugs are so special? Remember how the patterns are so unique? Also, do you remember how long does it take to make that rug? Also, not all people and nations are special in making and weaving rugs. So far we have learned that the Navajos do that, but not all people. So, because it takes a long time to make a Navajo rug, that is one. Also, weavers don't copy each other's work because each rug must be special and expresses them. So that rug will be known that Glen May did it and made it because it expresses Glen May and Glen May's work. So also there are few weavers left among the Navajo. So not a lot of weavers left in the Navajos. All right. Page 296. And there's only one goat like me, Geraldine. Geraldine's so proud of her, or of herself, because that amazing rug was made of her wool. Also, the author named the story The Goat in the Rug because the whole rug, the whole thingy, is made out of her wool. So the story was named after her, The Goat in the Rug. Page 297. Again, this is the true story of Weaver and her goat who lived in the Navajo Nation at Winter Rock, Arizona. Again, this is a real place, Arizona, Winter Rock. This is a real story, and here over here, this weaver has told the story to our authors, and they made it into an amazing story like this. And it is a true story. It is narrative because it was narrated by this amazing girl, Geraldine, and it is non-fiction because it is a true story that tells true events, and it happened in a real setting. This was it for this video. I hope you loved this story as I did, and thank you all for watching.